the heart of this conversation, Simon, seems to be this. It's compassion.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the self-acceptance, knowing that journey inward to feel everything, so that then you can come back to this manifestation. And yes, there's insight, and yes, there's clarity, and yes, there's no self-realization. All that can happen. But from here, the radiance of compassion for suffering beings, because, and we've talked about this. I don't know if we've talked about this together in a podcast, but even though we can talk about this world as a kind of illusion, a kind of appearance, a kind of, they use terms like Maya and Samsara and all that. That's all great. Suffering is absolutely real, because when this takes the confirmation of a separate being that is suffering, that is experienced as pure reality. That's what is happening. And it is urgent. It is taken absolutely seriously. You cannot wish it away. You can't bypass it. You can't say it's illusion.
No.
You respond with love and presence and everything you can. All the 1,000 arms have the tool to see it and to do something specifically in that way. And the only way that you can show up like that is by turning it inward first.
I love it.
And continually.
Exactly.
So...
yeah, and I've looked at it
I don't
as far
know why
as
I said all that, but
well, I mean, you said it because this is what's expressing. This is the dance, isn't it? You know, this is what wants to show up. And the two hands in the middle of Avalokiteshvara kind of holds the bodhicitta at his heart. So the bodhicitta is the wish-fulfilling gem of the awakened heart-mind. And it's that which allows the heart to be unbound. So no amount of suffering is too much for an unbound heart, because a heart is unbound. It doesn't fixate, it doesn't grab, it doesn't hold, it just opens. So actually suffering can be met. And the beautiful thing about compassion is that, well, for a long time I actually didn't know what it was. I knew what the word meant. I'd heard the word a lot of times, like, oh, compassion's that thing that you do where you make people feel a bit better. But then I remember the first time where I felt it. And actually, you know, in the Buddhist scriptures, what they say is, well, compassion is a flowering of when unconditional love meets suffering. So that's it. That you don't do the compassion. The compassion, it just spontaneously arises. So the love acknowledges and fully allows the suffering, and then compassion arises. And when you truly feel, I know you have, I know a lot of people have actually, when you feel compassion blossom in the heart, it is the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced. And it continues to be that. And having had a life of not experiencing it, you know, a long life of it being offline, to find this gift, it was just like, oh, this is what human experience can be. Like, it can have this in it, this continual ripening, opening, blossoming, flower of love for myself and for others. Man, you kind of want to reside there, don't you?
Oh, and I say, Simon, I say this not to blow smoke up your ass, but you reside there as many times as I've talked to you. You have never not resided there.
Well, luckily for you,
so remarkable.
My ass is empty, so it, you know, and ungrasping. So.
Yes, empty flatulence is something I strive towards, where it's just nothing but emptiness, no form, because the form has stinkiness to it.